Welcome everyone to this week's edition of Sports Shorts TV. Ronnie Rance alongside with the goofy Joel Davis, who's back with us here in the LeBaire Studios in Baton Rouge. This segment, first segment of the show, brought to you by Baker Printing. Some folks been a part of our show. Joe, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. You called me goofy to deflect?
Well, no, because people will find out here very shortly how goofy you are. Guy had a half a beer, and you'd think he's drank a whole 12-pack.
Now, you know I'm not a drinker. I don't drink, and I was offered a Blue Moon, and I love Blue Moon.
Why did we have to name they're not a sponsor? Why would we?
They should be. If you own Blue Moon, or you're making it, just look. We'll give you a major discount to be a sponsor of this show. We'll put your bottle right here.
We won't. We just found out we can't.
No, you can, but
we can't. Oh, you
can't drink out of it.
But you can have bottles.
But I can put it. I can drink before the show.
Okay.
And put the bottle right here, and then before the show, all I need is a half of one of them suckers, baby, and I'm ready to go. Huh?
So
during the commercial. So if you own Blue Moon, or if you know who does.
If you can get us
tweet me.
If you can get us Mr. Moon's number, we'd like to give him a call.
and the orange guy that
I know him. He lives in Florida. I can get that.
Okay, we got that.
So, so over the weekend, some good things happened. Saints won their sixth game in a row, dominated the Tampa Bucks 30-10. Wasn't even that close. Halfway through the NFL season, the New Orleans Saints are 6-2. They'd be in the playoffs right now, be division champs. Back half of the schedule looks challenging, but it's a manageable schedule to where I think minimally the Saints will be a 4-4 team and finish 10-6, and 90% of the time that's good enough to get into the playoffs. The other side, and that's really good. Saints winning, dominating, probably their best overall game of the year. On the other side, LSU, 24-point favorite, underdog rather, going into the game in Tuscaloosa against Alabama. They lose 24-10. It was 14-13. It was 21-10, 24-10. So they cover the spread. LSU outgains the Crimson Tide by about 8 yards. They had more first downs than Alabama. They had more third downs, higher third down conversion percentage. So some of the folks out there watching this show coming out of it thinking, hey, Tigers did good. I'm proud of the Tigers. Wait till next year. I'm not buying that. I don't think next year is going to be better.
So are we starting with the Tigers or are we starting with the Saints?
Start with the Tigers.
I don't know if you just set the table. Okay, so, all right, we'll start with the Tigers then. And if you are like most LSU fans, when you've seen your team lose to a team 7 straight times, and many of those losses have been as embarrassing as you can ever imagine. When you watched that game, it just felt different. It felt different at the end of the day. When you watched that game, you felt like it was an embarrassment. And it felt like that if you took Jalen Hurts and you put him in the purple and gold, and you took Danny Etling and you put him in maroon and white, that perhaps the score would have been different. Or the score would have been the same, except 24 would have belonged to LSU and 10 would have belonged to Alabama. LSU right now, today, just today, in that game was 1 player away. In that game, they were 1 player away. And that was quarterback. Just flip-flop those 2 guys. And it's a different outcome. Now, next year is a whole other another game. It's another year. It's another recruiting.
Jalen Hurts will be there again.
And Jalen Hurts will be there again.
Another year better.
And you're hoping that LSU's Narcisse, and I'm not even going to go Brennan. I'm not going to even go there with Brennan because Brennan couldn't beat out Etling this year as a freshman.
Wait.
Hold on, let me just say that. Brennan could not beat out Etling. And you expect him to beat Alabama next year, it ain't going to happen. Unless Danny Etling is Peyton Manning, Ronnie, he's not going to beat Alabama as a pocket passer. It's not going to happen. You need a Jalen Hurts. You need a guy that when everything is covered and there's nowhere to go with the football, You got a guy that can break out and pick up 10 yards, not against Ole Miss, not against Mississippi State, not against Vanderbilt, not against Tennessee, not against Florida, but against Alabama. He's got to be able to pick up that first down when there's nothing there. And the only guy that's going to do that is a dual threat quarterback. Or a guy named Peyton Manning as a freshman or a sophomore who can sit in the pocket and direct traffic, that is that smart and can hit every pass, is incredibly accurate, and makes everybody better. Brennan couldn't do that as a freshman. He's not Peyton Manning. So Narcisse, who's been redshirted this year, better be the guy next year. Because Brennan ain't beating Alabama next year either. I don't care what they have. Because he's not dual threat. That's my theory.
Okay.
Let's stick it with it.
All right. So just to confirm, you had a half a beer prior to this show.
Did I say anything that didn't make any sense?
Well, I'm going to get them explained. You had a half a beer prior to the show, and you've already said that Miles Brennan, the future star quarterback for the LSU Tigers.
Did I say he's the future star?
No, I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying he was the future star quarterback for the LSU Tigers. You've already given up on him, that he no longer is going to be the future of the program.
I didn't say that.
Because he couldn't beat out Danny Etling in his true freshman year.
I'm saying he ain't. They're gonna go 9. They can go 9-1, 11-1, but they ain't beating Alabama with Miles Brennan. They're not.
Based on the fact that he couldn't beat out Danny Etling his freshman year.
Because I'm going to tell you why. Because Alabama is going to have guys in the secondary. They're going to lock up those receivers. They're going to shut down the running game. And you got to have a guy that can not only beat you with the arm, you got to hit every pass. You got to be perfect. You got to be outstanding to beat Alabama. And he is not going to break down a defense and pick up a critical 3rd and 11, or a 3rd and 6, or a 3rd and 5 with his feet, Ronnie.
Can we go back to the side shot of Joel's hair for a minute here? I mean, look at that side shot right there. I mean, that is a good look right there.
Ronnie,
there was a song from the early 80s.
Can we get the side of your hair?
I'm not turning my head. There's a song from the early 80s, Men at Work, Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jive.
Am I that guy?
If you pull up the Men at Work video they're an Australian band, had that song, "Oh, come from a land down under," and all that. And there's a video, Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jive. That's what your hair reminds me of. I was distracted.
Are you jealous that I've got? I mean, you're a little jealous. Let's be honest.
Any man who has a
hair in the front.
Most men have more hair than me. I am a little jealous. I'm okay.
Can you turn to the side for our guys?
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Because let me tell you something. I'm getting a perfect look at the side, dude. And
I've got to keep my head just like that. I don't want you to see the top of my head.
It's so bad.
No, I'm gonna be. We're gonna have a sponsor. We're gonna have to have a sponsor.
Hair Club from in.
I don't know if there's enough sponsor. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have enough trade for all of that. That has to happen. I don't know how Gordy Rush did it. It's amazing. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We come back. We're going to talk positive. We're going to find out.
I was positive.
We're talking positive about the New Orleans Saints. Are the Saints going to be division champs? Joel Davis will tell you when we return. Ooh. We'll be back. Sports Shorts right after this.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's honored to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
Appliance Distributors of Louisiana are appliance experts who have been in business for over 35 years. ADL provides worry-free, full-service solutions for the whole home. ADL works with designers, builders, or individual homeowners like me when I was remodeling my home after the Great Flood in August 2016. ADL offers special homeowner discounts, just like the ones the builders get. Go to ADLappliances.com and see all the major name brands, or stop by their store, Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge. ADL services the entire state of Louisiana, so call, log on, or stop by today. Appliance Distributors of Louisiana. If you're an avid sports fan, then you need to check out the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, located in historic downtown Natchitoches, next to the Chateau St. Denis Hotel and the Natchitoches Convention Center. The Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame is where the rich history of Louisiana sports is told through the pictures, artifacts, and by the legends themselves in video archives. Come to the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame and Northwest Louisiana History Museum and visit a world-renowned architectural marvel. For more information and to purchase tickets to the annual Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame events, visit lasportshall.com/purchase.
Welcome back, everybody. Ronnie Ramsey's Joel Davis. We're here in the LeBaire Studios in Baton Rouge, where, man, there's if this Friday night, Bret Michaels in concert, the former lead singer of Poison, the former VH1 star, was it something, Rock of Love?
Rock of Love.
Bret Michaels, Rock of Love. Going to be in concert 9 p.m. on the stage at LeBaire's Baton Rouge. If you want tickets, if you want to get in good with your girlfriend or your wife, maybe in the doghouse, you've been fishing too much, you've been hunting too much, you've been away from home too much, whatever, you got to make it up to her. Take her to go see Bret Michaels this Friday night, a little date night at LeBaire's. Get you a couple buffet tickets or something. Go to 18 Steak, whatever, beforehand. And then go see, or you know what?
You going?
Give her 2 tickets and let her take a couple of her girlfriends. That would be even better.
You going to that?
Yeah. I know. I did see Bret Michaels at the Texas Club 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, or something.
Was it a big crowd?
Oh yeah, big crowd. Great show. Going to be a great show.
I remember.
Get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com or go by Sundry Store at LeBaire's.
That kind of concert reminds me of those concerts you would go see like 10, 15 years after a rock band was famous. Who was that? Cherry Pie. What was the Cherry Pie band?
Warrant.
Warrant. Okay. So one year,
Bobby Brown was in the video from Baton Rouge.
I was a little older. Probably shouldn't have been at spring break at this age. Maybe 25, 26, maybe 28.
Creepy. A little creepy.
Little creepy. At that famous bar.
Panama City.
In Panama City, where the dude talks into the
Yep.
shark, with
Yep.
the microphone shark, whatever. Okay. So they have Warrant that night. So we're like, partying and decide that you're not going to look at me because you just do refuse
Not
to
going
get
to turn the side. Give you the side shot.
So, because it's kind of rude. So Warrant's going to be the band that night. And Jesse Lane, what was his name?
He passed away.
I'm getting to that. What was his name? Jesse Lane, something Lane.
There you go.
Danny Lane.
Kelly Lane.
Kelly Lane. It was a rock and roll name, right?
Lead singer of Warrant at Suffice.
Yeah. So
Jeannie Lane.
Janie Lane, something like that.
Janie
Lane. So I'm excited about seeing Cherry Pie. And then as the show gets closer to starting, I notice there's just not a lot of people there, Ron. People are starting to leave.
Right.
And I'm thinking, dude, Warrant. But the last time I saw this band, they were
10 years earlier.
10 years earlier. They were the Shiznizzles, right?
Right.
Well, all of a sudden the music starts playing, Ronnie, and you're like, all right, here we go. I was kind of high on some things, and we were having a good
High
time.
on life?
I was young, having a good time, single, all that good stuff. And the music starts, and it's like, here we go. And all of a sudden, Janie Lane runs out on stage up that middle walkway, and he's 387 pounds, Ron, with a bob haircut. And I was like, that's Janie Lane, because he's got a clear, distinctive face. But the last time I saw him was skinny, probably on cocaine, and that's why he was so skinny in all the videos. And I was like, how did he gain 300 and something pounds between the last
Did he
time
really?
I saw
He became fat?
Ronnie,
Janie
he
Lane.
was so much
Wow.
bigger than you. It's unbelievable. I know you're 328, but he was a good 380. A good 380. But he's only 5'9". And I literally I knew that he had little time to live.
Well,
from
he
that
survived about another 15, 20 on you.
well, and I was shocked. But he sounded great. He sounded great. Great show. But it's a little different seeing the skinny guy turned fat guy
Yeah.
singing Cherry Pie. You have a whole different
Well,
feel
speaking
for
of
Cherry
skinny
Pie.
guy turned fat guy, he didn't ever get to the, you exaggerate greatly on
No,
the
I'm not. I'm telling
380
you.
or whatever.
Dude, 380,
but,
bro.
Motley Crue's lead singer.
Way
now
bigger
He's,
than
now he's got the diabetes thing going
Way
on
bigger
and all
than,
that, which played into
Vance-
it. But yeah.
what's his name? Vince Gill? Vince Gill? Vance Gill? That's the country guy?
Skill.
That's his name. Vince Vaughn? Vince Vaughn?
Oh my God.
It's Vince something. Vince Scully?
Vince
Scully. Who, by the way, will never watch an NFL game again,
But-
ever. He said that.
Vince Scully
Vince
said
Scully
because
said
of the
it.
knee thing.
It's unbelievable. He won't look
I
at
will
me.
not turn my head. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not
His
happy.
hair
with
is
it.
so bad.
I'm not happy with it.
His hair was so
matter
bad.
of fact, I'm going like
I've
this.
never seen Ronnie so upset about his hair. He literally 30 seconds before the show
Look at-
started ran off stage
Matter of fact,
to the bathroom.
By the way, regardless of what's going on with me tonight, let's go back to Joel. His pick. I still prefer mine over yours.
I don't believe you.
There's a rooster tail in the front of your thing from the side.
Yeah, but I did a radio show tonight, and the headset
Well, right, and
goes right
I'm
here.
rocking the same problems you are, but it's there's
You don't
some
like
things.
this right here?
There's some things. I mean, how often
some
do you get
things.
a haircut?
Not enough, Ron.
I mean, why? I mean, you're doing so well at Woodenhaven.
Well, I
what's the
said that I was
problem?
going to go get a haircut. I don't have time. I'm working too much. Who has
Yeah.
time for haircuts?
Not doing a lot of red zone. Must be the Woodenhaven.
No, I did Red Zone all this morning, and then I
Yeah.
did Red Zone, Woodenhaven in the afternoon.
Yeah. So let's get back to some sports. We apologize for everybody that's tuned into our show, and we got off on Motley Crue and Warrant and all that, but good stuff there, Joel. Thank you. So the New Orleans Saints, they're 6-2 halfway through the season. I don't think either of us. I mean, we thought 6-7 wins is what the Saints were going to head for the entire season. So that means 3-5, 4-4 was the best we could have hoped for the New Orleans at this point. They're obviously well above that. And you've seen the schedule for the New Orleans Saints for the next 8 games. You've seen the schedule for the Carolina Panthers, who are 6-3, a half a game behind the Saints. Oh, by the way, at this point, Saints have the tiebreaker because they beat them in Carolina.
They play again.
They do play again in New Orleans. But at this point, are you willing to go out on a Ron limb and say, yes, the Saints will win the division?
No, I mean, they have to go to, I think that the Saints have to finish 12-4 to win the division, because I see the Carolina Panthers finishing 11-5. They've got 3 guaranteed wins on their roster. They play Tampa Bay again. They play the Jets at home. They also play another cupcake. Oh, they play Green Bay at home with Hundley. Hundley can barely complete a pass, much less versus the Carolina Panthers. So on their schedule, they have 3 guaranteed wins. Then they have Minnesota at home. That's a toss-up. Minnesota's very good. So of their final, what do they have? It's their 6-3. They have 7 games left. 3 of those games are guaranteed wins. So let's just say they split the other 4. They go 2-2. They're going to win 5 more games. They're guaranteed to win 5 games. That means they're going to be 11-5 to finish the season. The New Orleans Saints, their schedule does not look as easy as Carolina's. And I mean, when you got to go on the road and play a
Buffalo.
at Buffalo, who's 5-3,
At Los Angeles.
they got to play at the Los Angeles Rams. That is not an easy win. At Atlanta.
On a Thursday night.
On a Thursday night, a short week.
Against a Washington team at home
That-
who's I
giving
think-
the Saints some trouble.
yeah, and I think Washington's better than their record.
So I looked at the Saints' schedule. You know, I'm going to give them the Tampa Bay game, and I'm going to give them the Jets game.
Yeah, at home.
Those are the two games that I feel like they shouldn't lose those games. Let's just say they have 2 guaranteed wins. Well, they have also played 1 less game than Carolina. So they have to, let's say they split the rest of the games, which would be 6 games. That's 3-3. That means that means that the chances of them finishing 11-5, and they have to do better in the conference because that means Carolina and the Saints split. That means they have to do better in the division. That means they have to sweep Tampa. They have to sweep Atlanta, and I don't think it happens. They have to finish 12-4, Ronnie. You don't want to go to a tiebreaker. You don't want to go look at the head-to-head. You don't want to look at who's won more games in the division. You don't want to look at who won more games in NFC. You need to have 12 victories. That means they have to go 6. They need to go 6-2 down the stretch, and I don't know that they can do that.
I would say that if the Saints can beat Carolina in New Orleans, then I think they've got it.
Why?
Because I don't think Carolina's going to do 2 better than New Orleans. You know, I don't think that their record's going to become 2 better, which is what it has to be. You know, the tie goes to the New Orleans Saints.
They have to sweep Carolina.
They have to sweep Carolina.
What if they lose twice to Atlanta? It doesn't matter. Then it goes to the division record.
I don't think they lose twice to Atlanta. I think they split with Atlanta.
Well, if Carolina gets swept by New Orleans, Atlanta and New Orleans gets swept by Atlanta, then still.
Where does the whole division record come in? It's head-to-head. The first tiebreaker is head-to-head.
Well, the first tiebreaker is the first thing is look how many conference games did you win? I mean, division games.
No, the first is head-to-head.
No,
if
it's
a
division. No, it's not. If the Saints beat Carolina twice, but they lose the other 4 games, you're wrong. It's head-to-head means nothing until you look at the overall division record. So if the Saints go 4-2,
are you positive that the first tiebreaker is division?
Okay, I'll tell you why that's got to be that way. Because if Carolina, no, we're not talking about tiebreakers. You're talking about head-to-head.
Right. I'm talking about head-to-head.
Okay. Look at head-to-head. If the Saints beat Carolina twice, right, and they lose to Atlanta twice and lose to Tampa Bay, and they're 3-3 in the division, and Carolina goes 4-2 in the division, they win. So it's division record first, then it's head-to-head, and then it's NFC games. The Washingtons, the Vikings. How many NFC games do you win compared to the other team? That's how it works. It's division, then it's head-to-head division.
By the way,
and then it's how many NFC games you win.
How's the blue moon? Is it wearing off?
Yeah, I don't even feel it anymore.
I mean, you had the blue moon at Curbside earlier, right after
I had
you
a
did the
half
radio
a beer.
show. Yeah, but you said I thought you did a full. You didn't do a full?
Well, I smoked a joint.
What?
I'm joking. I'm totally joking.
You're drunk. You're literally drunk. If you said that, you're drunk.
No,
you had a
teasing.
full blue moon.
I'm joking.
And you had a slice of orange, and you're over it. I mean, you're out of it.
A slice of
I want to
orange.
apologize to all of our viewers out there. I don't know what's gotten into Joel. He had a turkey burger tonight.
Which,
and
by the way, was
and
outstanding.
And a Blue Moon beer at the Curbside burger joint in Baton Rouge, and he's loopy. By the way, one of our
They took the camera off of
one
me,
of our
Ron.
viewers, they should. One of our viewers, one of our Saints experts who disagrees with you. Thinks
Why?
Tori, one of the viewers of our show, says that the Saints are going to win the division.
Oh, he just texted you that just now?
It's a she, and she doesn't care what Joel thinks.
You can't
And
trust
listen,
her.
we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. Hopefully, Joel will sober up. Sports Shorts will continue from the LeBaire studio here in Baton Rouge right after this.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete in everyone, from the Grand Slam hitter to grandparents. If your doctor prescribes physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, getting you back in the game of life.
Relief Window. Experience Relief Window.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was, to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's an honor to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
BR Mattress Company is the only name you need to know when looking to buy a mattress anywhere in Louisiana. BR Mattress Company is located in the Live Oak Shopping Center on Florida Boulevard between North Foster and Acadian. BR Mattress Company offers all the top name brands at 50 to 75% off retail prices. That's a $5,000 mattress for only $1,500. BR Mattress Company is open 7 days a week, and owner Mitch Kimball and his staff will provide you with laser-like service and a PhD in mattress education. If you want the best night's sleep of your life, go see the experts, Baton Rouge Mattress Company.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we treat the athlete in everyone, from the three-point shooter to the three-piece suit. If your doctor prescribes physical therapy, ask for Peak Performance by name, getting you back in the game of life.
Welcome back, everybody. If you like the song, give me something to believe in.
Look at the side of his hair. Did you see that?
And then talk
So
dirty
bad.
to me. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Or one of my personal favorites, every rose has its thorn. Then you need to go to LeBear's this Friday night, because Bret Michaels will be in concert. You can get your tickets through Ticketmaster.com. Go to the Sundry store. Check him out. 9 p.m. He'll be on the main stage at LeBear's Baton Rouge.
If you're a CC DeVille fan, he will
might
not be there.
He will not be there. Just Bret, no CC.
I don't think they like each other at all.
By the way, nobody out there knows who CC DeVille is.
He's the blonde-headed dude that played the guitar for Poison.
CC DeVille. Have we looked him up? I think he might. I don't know if he's still with us.
No, he's alive.
Is he?
He's a problem.
Whew.
He's a problem for all the ex-bandmates.
CC.
They broke
DeVille.
up because of CC, because he's a psycho. I mean, how many
Prima
people you know
donna.
named CC that are normal?
Yeah,
I mean,
I
not
think
a
he
whole
was
lot.
on one of those rehab shows.
Oh, I don't doubt that at all. Dr. Drew? Dr. Drew, Rehab?
By the way, why did they get rid of that? I love those shows.
You like Dr. Drew?
I like all those rehab shows.
You like seeing other people in pain
Yes,
and misery?
absolutely.
Helps you cope with your problems
By the way,
better?
CC DeVille's still with us, 55 years of age.
How's he looking?
You know,
It's a shame you can't like plug that into the
I know.
camera and it pop right up.
Terrible. But he's still with us. He's living in New York. God bless him. But Bret Michaels will be in concert. And not
Does
Vince.
his hair look like yours underneath that bandana?
I think
I mean, I'm thinking he's missing some stuff up top because
think
that's
he's-
clearly a bandana wig.
I would wear. I wish I could wear a bandana right now. Quite honestly.
I mean, that's why he's stayed a rock star, because he can wear the bandana and the wig forever. It's like Halloween every day for that cat.
Yeah, but then there's that. All right, so let's. By the way, we do this show every Monday night right here on Pelican, and so we've got to talk about some things that have happened 6-7 days ago. Couple quick things to hit on. Congratulations to the Houston Astros. Alex Bregman, Will Harris, former LSU Tigers, now World Series champions. Oh, by the way, Kate Upton got married.
To Verlander.
to Justin Verlander 3 days after the World Series. He missed the parade. He didn't even go to the parade.
That's selfish.
He was in Italy getting married.
Couldn't wait another day or two.
Guy was marrying Kate Upton. He can ride on a fire truck another time.
You're right about that.
I mean, but so congratulations to Justin Verlander. He's 25 years old. I'm sorry, she's 25. He's 34,
45.
I think. No, that would be me. I'm 45.
She wouldn't marry you.
She didn't. But
How lucky is that guy?
Justin Verlander, the
I mean,
guy
think
makes
about
like
this.
25, 30 million a
He
year.
makes $25 million.
And he married Kate Upton.
And he married
He's got like a
Kate-
$200 million
And she's 9
contract.
years younger.
And he just won the World Series.
And he was. I mean, how many people do you know with arms as hairy as his that can pull that maneuver off?
What? What about Harry Horse?
Yeah, he's got some hairy arms, bro. I mean,
That's
all the way up in here, and it's like carries up into his neck and probably goes up. I mean, it's disgusting.
How do you know that?
You can see because when he after the game,
He does the little quarter.
he always wears
half,
the
little
always wears
three-quarter
the
shirt.
after he pitches,
Yeah.
he goes straight to that undershirt.
Yeah.
And it's sleeveless, and he has zero definition, and that's another thing.
But very skinny. He looks like a
The dude-
cyclist.
The dude has never picked up a
looks
weight
like-
in his life.
And he throws 100, which is incredible.
100.
Which is incredible. But yeah, Justin Verlander's been a warrior throughout his career.
He's great.
Although he didn't get any run support in the World Series, so it wasn't his fault. But he left the game losing 2-1 in Game 6, and he left losing 3-1 in Game 2. He didn't get to
doesn't
win
care.
in either. He still got his $30 million.
And he married Kate
The
Upton.
Astros 11-1 in games that he started since coming over in the end of August.
That's huge. I mean, he was a major factor of why they were in the World Series. Sometimes you can't look at how their performance was in the World. You have to look at how was the performance leading up to the World Series. And man, when they got him, he was dominant, and he was still very good in his performances in the World Series. He just had nothing to show for it other than keeping his teams in the game.
Alex Bregman, I know you took exception to the "Look at me,
celebration?
Mr. Me" celebration where he dropped to the knee and went like that or something.
And then he looked around.
Okay, they're jumping over here. I'm over here.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was. I mean, he's 23. He's a good kid. He was a major factor. I mean, he had a couple opportunities. Look, I know he didn't win the
Yeah, he-
MVP.
he had a
There were
couple
two
chances.
chances in
Game
Game 6
6, yeah.
where if he gets those RBIs in Game 6,
Right.
and they win Game 6 because of he wins the MVP.
Right. He had
Because
two walk-offs.
he
or
had
two
two
game winners.
chances, Ronnie.
Yeah.
And going into that game, he was sitting right there, but he didn't
Springer
get it.
deserved it.
Springer deserved it, but if there was never a Game 7, Springer
Yeah.
would have never been a factor. It was Bregman.
Whoa. Springer hit 375 with
I
5 bombs
understand
in
that.
the World Series. He was going to
But
win
the
it.
timing and the defense, but Springer also had that huge flub in the outfield, allow some runs to come out. Ronnie, are you going to sit here and argue with me that if
Springer would have won the World Series?
Bregman gets that hit and they win Game 6, bro, Seppi, he gets the MVP.
Okay, first off, don't call me bro. It's
Bro Seppi.
You sound like Paul, but
Who?
what I
Paul
would
uses the word bro Seppi?
I don't know. It was very feminine, but I would say that George Springer was going to win the MVP. I mean, you can't. George Springer hit 375. You can't have a guy win the MVP that's hitting 260. And Bregman, I think, hit
Why?
under 260.
His defense was incredible.
Whoa. It wasn't. His defense was
Ronnie.
incredible. He made the one throw that was on the money.
He had two
you know.
plays like that at third.
We
Are you
throw
kidding me?
the word great around way too much. He played third like a major leaguer plays third. He made the routine plays. The only thing he did that was like a wow was the wow he went home with instead of first, and boy, he had to put it on the money or it was going to be safe. The rest of them were routine
Ronnie,
major league plays.
We're not talking about an average third baseman in the Major League Baseball. We're talking about a second-year pro who's 23 years old.
He's
who
one of
performed-
32 third basemen in the world in the major leagues.
Who played out of his mind defensively. Also had some great.
Out of his mind. He played the position like he's supposed to play the position. Not
You're
out
just
of his
now.
mind.
See, I can't wait till Bregman sees this and he's going to hate you for life. There's no chance in my mind that he loses that MVP or doesn't get that MVP if he gets one of those base knocks.
Do you have a Rake City shirt on underneath that jacket or something?
Dude, I'm not even a Bregman fan. I'm not a Strohs fan. I like the Strohs because he's on the team. I'm proud of him because he's an LSU fan. I didn't go to LSU. I just think it's kind of cool, man. He's 23 years old, did what he did on that stage defensively. Also in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 had an RBI, and then in Game 6 had an opportunity to do it again, and then could have won the game in Game 6. He's going to win the MVP. People were talking about Altuve getting the MVP. He was batting 25 points higher than Altuve, and Altuve didn't do anything defensively like Bregman did.
By the
but
way-
yet people were talking about Altuve.
By the way,
Come on.
you don't normally watch this much baseball. You watch so much you watch all 7 of the games
Yes,
in the
I
Major
did.
Leagues. Okay.
From start to finish. What did you do?
If you
Comb your hair?
if you could, neither one of us own a comb. It's pretty obvious. If
I own a brush.
if you could take one player off of each team, position player, not pitcher, Dodgers, Astros, and I think when you watch a 7-game series, when you watch the World Series or a 7-game series of any kind, you get a real good feel for the teams and the players and what they bring to the table, offensively, defensively, on the base paths, you name it. If you could take one player off of each team, who would it be? Let's start with the Dodgers and go Astros.
Oh, my God. I think it's going to be a toss-up between Puig and Bellinger. Bellinger because how young he is, and that guy had 39 home runs during the regular season. Set a record for strikeouts in the World Series, but, I mean, he's going to get better. He will put that behind him. He will get better at that. It's one of those two guys because they both bring power and they bring unbelievable skill set defensively. Bellinger, I would probably lean towards him because he's just so young. He's kind of like Correa for the Astros, just so young. Build your team around, put him in the middle of that lineup, and let him dominate for years to come. And of course, Correa or Bregman on the other side. I think I would go Correa just because I think long term, I think Correa honestly could. That's a tough one. Bregman's very good, but Correa is Correa, man. I mean, he can play third, he can play short, so can Bregman. But I think Correa brings a better power game to the game.
The fact that you would take Bregman over Altuve.
No, I said Correa.
No.
I
You
said Correa.
You said Correa or Bregman.
I think that Altuve could break down. I think that Altuve, his size.
Altuve's the best player in Major League Baseball.
I don't agree with that at all.
If
If he was the best player in Major League, he ain't playing second base, Ronnie.
He's going to win the American League MVP.
Good. He's not the best. You're going to sit here and tell. So if you could draft anybody in Major League Baseball, that's the guy you drafted number one?
No, I'm talking
you
about
just
these-
said he's the best player in Major League Baseball.
Didn't
so
say
that
that.
means yes, you did.
I said-
You just said it.
No, I would take Altuve over Bregman. Hands down, forget about it.
Why?
Well, first off, he's proven that he's one of the, if not the best
How much
average
older is
hitter.
he than Bregman?
He was drafted by the Astros at 17 years of age about 10 years ago. So 27?
Bregman's 23.
Right.
You gonna tell me
Okay.
in 4 years that Bregman is not gonna have? He's gonna have 4 years under his belt.
Altuve, if he pulled a hamstring, he'd be faster than Bregman. Altuve is one of the fastest guys in the American
So
League.
you would draft him. Throw out all the pitchers. You would take him number one overall out of that entire Major League Baseball farm system, baseball, everything.
We're talking Astros and Dodgers.
You said he was the best player in Major League.
He's going to win the MVP this year in the American League.
It's 1 year, Ron.
Yeah,
That's
but
a
I mean,
one-year award.
The guy's
We're talking.
Guy's an All-Star every year. He's a Silver Slugger Award winner. He won the Silver Slugger Award now twice with the highest batting average. He's going to be the MVP. He's the leader, the rock of the franchise,
What did he do
deal.
in the World Series?
He hit some of the biggest hits in all of the World Series.
He batted .225.
Yeah, his hits were clutch, crucial, tremendous. Did you watch Game 5? It was
Watched
the
them
greatest
all.
game ever.
Watched
and
them all.
Altuve's the reason they won that game. I know Bregman got to walk off and got his jersey ripped or whatever, and that's great. But and Bregman was, probably the third guy, MVP wise in that World Series for the Astros. But Altuve, for sure. Altuve, they're going to give him $25 million, and he's going to sign long term
He's
with
an
the Astros.
unbelievable player. He's unbelievable. But the fact that you would take him over Correa Correa alone. Correa to me is the building block of that team defensively.
Why? Because he's bigger?
He's bigger. He's just as fast as Altuve. That guy's unbelievable. If Altuve was as great as he wouldn't be playing second base, Ronnie. He's playing second. That's where you put the best player on your team is second base?
Was Ryan Sandberg the best player for the Cubs for a
Doubt
decade?
it. I guess Glenn Hubbard
In
was the best.
1984, Ryan Sandberg won the MVP in the National League. Ryan Sandberg went into the Hall of Fame as
great.
a second baseman.
That's good.
Okay,
That's great.
Do you know who
You
played
named
shortstop?
one guy.
Sean Dunston, Larry Boa,
Ozzie Smith,
No, I'm talking about guys that played with.
Rafael Ramirez.
We're just going to name players?
Great players.
No, I'm talking about players with the Cubs. He was the best player on the team. He was the MVP of the league. He's a Hall of Famer. He played second base. I'm sorry. There's 9 freaking positions out there. Not everybody's going to play shortstop. This isn't 5-year-old ball.
You know why Sandberg played second base? Because he couldn't play shortstop. That's why he played.
What's the problem? So what? He was
What's
a great.
the problem?
He was a great second baseman.
That's like let's compare it to
Roberto Alomar, you don't want him because he doesn't play shortstop?
Let's compare it to football. Let's talk about football.
It's not football. It's
but
baseball.
let's talk about football.
Okay, we'll let you do your thing. Go ahead. Let me do some research over here while you do.
I don't even want to talk about it no more. You may be mad. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to bring it up.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean? Of course. I mean, Ronnie.
You're holding it against him because he's a second baseman. You're like, well, if he plays second base, I don't want to talk about him because he's not the best player on the team.
I am going to talk about football because if I can get a franchise quarterback, if I can get you know how much harder it is to find a franchise quarterback than it is an outstanding wideout or an outstanding corner is almost as hard as it is to find an outstanding cornerback. It's almost as hard as to find an outstanding quarterback. That's just those two positions don't come around every day. And when you can get one, you get it. But I guarantee you, a lot more people can play a lot more people can play wide receiver in the NFL than can play quarterback. A lot more people can play wide receiver in the NFL than can play cornerback on the defensive side of the football. A lot more. That's all I'm saying. You got more. It's harder to do.
Second base is an easier position to play than shortstop. Absolutely.
Yeah,
it is.
It is.
But it's not like, oh my God, it's easier. Just put anybody over there.
So let me ask you something. If you're a GM of a major league franchise and you got the first pick in the draft, and you're going to tell me that there's this unbelievable college and high school second baseman. He's unbelievable.
Ever see the movie The Shining? You kind of look like that
Johnny.
one right there.
And then, but there's also this unbelievable talent at shortstop. Both of them are once-in-a-generation type guys. And neither one of them can play the other position because this shortstop guy, he don't like playing on that side of the field. Maybe he's ambidextrous or he ain't ambidextrous. All I'm saying, which one are you drafting? See, don't give me no baloney. Which one are you drafting?
I'm going to draft pitcher first.
Oh my God! I'm not asking you that.
I'm going to draft.
Stick with the
I'm going
question.
up the middle. I'm going up the middle.
Up the middle.
I'm going up the middle. Shortstop, second base, center field, pitcher, catcher.
I said
That's
once in a generation, shortstop. Once in a generation, second baseman.
Well, if that's all I know.
That's all you
if that's
know.
all I know, I'm going to take the shortstop.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna take the shortstop. That's what I just did, and you beat me up for it.
Because the decision is Altuve, who's
Or Correa.
a proven commodity.
Correa's not.
He's a Silver Slugger Award winner. He is a great player, base stealer, defender. So if the defense is even, it comes down to offense. Altuve's a better offensive player than Correa. Absolutely. It's proof is in the pudding. He's Joel Davis. He's nuts. We'll be back right after this.
Relief Window. Experience Relief Window.
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what we were trying to do, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. Not showing up on time, not answering the phone, somebody running with your money. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy planker siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. Service is everything we have. It's the foundation of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. Over 60% of our customers is customer referral. We're a local company here in Baton Rouge, built in Baton Rouge, staying in Baton Rouge. Okay. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. It's built the old-fashioned way, with a handshake. Here at Relief Windows, it's an honor to be official window, door, and siding company of LSU Athletics, from one winning team to another.
Relief Windows.
Appliance Distributors of Louisiana are appliance experts who have been in business for over 35 years. ADL provides worry-free, full-service solutions for the whole home. ADL works with designers, builders, or individual homeowners like me when I was remodeling my home after the Great Flood in August 2016. ADL offers special homeowner discounts, just like the ones the builders get. Go to adlappliances.com and see all the major name brands, or stop by their store, Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge. ADL services the entire state of Louisiana, so call, log on, or stop by today. Appliance Distributors of Louisiana. If you're an avid sports fan, then you need to check out the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, located in historic downtown Natchitoches, next to the Chateau St. Denis Hotel and the Natchitoches Convention Center. The Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame is where the rich history of Louisiana sports is told through the pictures, artifacts, and by the legends themselves in video archives. Come to the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame and Northwest Louisiana History Museum and visit a world-renowned architectural marvel. For more information and to purchase tickets to the annual Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame events, visit lasportshall.com/purchase.
Welcome back, everybody. Ronnie Ranch, Joel Davis here in LeBaire Studios in Baton Rouge. Relief Windows, one of our great sponsors, of this show, and of course Sports Shorts TV and Sports Shorts Radio. Folks out there, if you've got any question about, you got a new construction project, a remodel, maybe you got a broken window, maybe you've got a little moisture in your window, you're not sure. Whatever the case may be, you make sure you give Relief Windows a call. Brandon Holly and them are the best in Louisiana. They'll come out, they'll give you a quote, tell them you heard it on Sports Shorts, they'll knock a little off. But they are the best. They're not the cheapest, but they have lifetime warranties, fantastic service. They'll show up on time, do whatever you need. So they remodeled my home after the flood. Give Relief Windows a call. Check them out anywhere watching us in Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and New Orleans. Relief Windows can come to you.
So heated exchange before the break in regards to who you would take over who. I would take Correa. You would take Altuve.
Are you apologizing?
No, I'm not. I'm actually going to tell you who your guy you drafted #1 overall out of the entire Major League Baseball draft. Because
No,
that's
Houston
so
Astros.
you said you would take. You said you would take Altuve. He's the best player in Major League Baseball. Well, let me just tell you what his batting average was during the World Series. During the World Series in Game 1, 250. Doesn't sound like an MVP to me. In Game 2, batting average, 200. In Game 3, 158. In Game 4, 250. In Game 5, 6, 214. And then in Game 7, when it all mattered, Altuve was so busy spitting, which was disgusting, by the way, 194.
Talk to me about Game
Career
5. How many RBI?
Game 5,
Game 5, I mean.
he didn't have any RBIs in Game 1.
Game 5.
He didn't have any RBIs in Game 5.
Game 4 was
He
it?
had a total 3 RBIs in Game 5. It was Game 5.
3 RBIs, yeah.
3 RBIs.
Two homers.
Okay, he had a good game.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Big.
7-game series.
Big.
7-game series run. Okay, so let's go to the career stats.
Career stats? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, look at Altuve's
7
career stats.
seasons. 7 seasons
Yeah.
for Altuve. 7 in Major League Baseball.
No, not in Major League Baseball. In the
7.
organization.
seasons.
Since 2011.
2011.
Right.
So his first year in 2011, he batted 276. His
Okay.
first year.
Okay.
Correa, he's only been in the Major League Baseball for 3 years. That's
Okay.
where he's been at the top. He batted 279 in his
right.
first year.
Okay.
Altuve, year 2, batted 290.
Okay.
In Correa's second year, 274. However, he had 96 RBIs. Correa in year 2 only had 37 RBIs.
Yeah, leadoff guy. Yep.
They bat around, Ron. There's other people on the.
Yeah, but the
you
leadoff guy's
have-
leadoff guy. He's got a pitcher hitting
Oh,
in
so
front of
you
him.
want
Give
the
me a
leadoff
break.
guy? I'll take the
Yeah.
cleanup guy. That's what
Yeah.
we'll do.
Yeah.
Year 3, which was this year, where Correa goes on and wins a championship, he batted 315, 84 RBIs in year 3.
Okay.
Won a
What did
World
Altuve
Series.
do?
Won a World Series. Year 3 for Altuve. By the way, he didn't win a World Series that year.
Right. They were terrible.
52 RBIs. He batted 383.
What did he? What
383.
Did he hit? What did he hit?
383.
He hit 383.
No, I'm sorry, 283.
Oh, okay.
283.
Okay, 283.
But you know what my guy hit in his year 3?
315. Okay, keep going without.
That's it. He's only been in the league for 3
No, but
years.
keep going without Altuve.
My guy is about 18 inches taller,
Keep going with Altuve.
28 pounds bigger.
Give me Altuve's last 3 years.
Last 3 years, 346, 338, and 313. He hit 313 3 years ago in his what year? 5th year. My guy did it in year 3. That's all I'm gonna say.
Your guy hits behind Altuve, doesn't he?
That's my guy.
No, I'm just saying.
Still
Like,
has
he
to hit the
sets
ball.
table for him.
Still
He's
ha-
on base.
Still got to hit the
Got to
ball.
throw from the stretch. Worried about the base
yeah.
runner, speed.
Yeah, but he's
helps.
also the cleanup guy that are worried about him. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, good. Listen, here's the great
you
thing.
take your little 5'5"
gr-
spitter.
Yeah, here's the great thing. They both play on the same team. They're both world champions. We will see what happens. I guarantee you they're both going to make $25 million. What's the, who cares?
All I know is you just picked a little tiny 5'5", 182
I
pound,
said that he's the best player on that Houston Astros team.
number 1 overall
He's going to
who
win the
plays
American
second
League
base.
MVP this year.
That's great. We'll see what has he done in the first 6 years. Where's his MVP? He made it to the World Series. Of course he's
He
an
won a
MVP.
Silver
He
Slugger
had a
award.
great year. He had a great year. I'm not taking anything away from the guy. I think he's phenomenal. But I'm not. The argument is who do you take? Who do you want number
and
one?
and
You're
here's-
taking a second baseman. That's why they fired you from that GM job over in Lafayette.
Arena football.
Arena football. But you got fired because you're a terrible decision
didn't get
maker.
fired.
You got fired, Ronnie.
No, I did the firing.
The Roughnecks.
No,
the
fired.
Roughnecks. You got.
Buford Jordan. We fired Buford Jordan.
How many years were you the GM there?
One.
You got
So
fired.
anyway, here's the deal.
Nobody gave
Here's
you
the
a
deal: is
shot.
that you said at the beginning of the show, or when we
fired
began this
Buford Jordan?
conversation, you said Correa or Bregman over Altuve. You would take Bregman over
Bregman's
Altuve.
23 years old in
So?
his second year. Should I bring up his career stats?
Yeah, I mean,
compared to
listen.
Altuve in year 1 and year 2?
I mean, are you kidding me?
Yes.
You're going to take
Oh my
Bregman
God.
over Altuve.
He's in his second year, Ronnie.
No, you don't have
His second year. Can
okay.
you tell me what Bregman's going to be in 7 years?
Bregman's not going to be an MVP.
Why?
First,
He was almost the World Series MVP.
Oh, that's just a week. He got hot for a week, and he
so
had a
you're
couple
telling
big
me
hits.
that Bregman has no
I'll take
potential.
162 games over
Bregman
7.
has a chance to hit 343 for a year. He could hit 400 potentially.
Bregman?
Why not?
He didn't hit 400 at LSU. He hit like he
Dude's
hit
getting
like
better.
308, 318.
Did he not?
Bregman went 1 for 40, 1 for 30. He had these big lulls. Todd Walker ever do that? Todd Walker hit 400 at LSU. He never did. But he didn't hit 400 in the major leagues. You sitting here talking about Bregman's going to hit 400 in the major
I
leagues.
didn't say he was gonna.
You've been drinking.
I said he's got
I'm
potential.
Sorry. We were at Curbside
Potential.
earlier. We were at Curbside Burgers earlier, and he had a blue moon when the show was over with. And that's where this whole thing went wrong. He had the blue moon. He had too big of an orange slice. And now this guy's got Bregman hitting 400
Now
and
you
being the
twisted my
better.
words,
you
Ron.
got him hitting 400 and being better than Altuve.
All right. I retract the hitting 400
Jeez,
thing. Okay. That's not possible. That's really hard to do in the Major League
It
Baseball.
hasn't happened since
Yeah,
1941.
I
okay?
was exaggerating there. But
Guy
he
by
could-
the name of
but
Ted
Ronnie,
Williams
he could,
last
He
day.
could finish a season at 350. I mean, you kidding me? You don't think he could hit this 350? Come
He
on,
never
man.
hit 350 in college.
So what?
How's he gonna hit
Altuve
350?
didn't even play college.
How's he gonna hit? How's he gonna hit?
Ronnie,
Altuve grew up in Venezuela with a broomstick hitting bottle caps, literally. Have you ever tried to hit a bottle cap? You know how hard that is? You know how small a bottle cap is? And they spin around, you throw them with your fingers like that, and they do all the... You try to hit a wiffle ball, much harder, a bottle cap.
Yeah, I would say
Altuve took a broomstick and he played bottle cap baseball in the hood in Venezuela growing up.
I thought he came from a good family.
No, from Venezuela.
Yeah, but a good family.
They were all poor. You know, in the middle
Didn't
of
his dad have like some
Dad
stuff?
had nothing. What are you talking about? I mean, so here's the deal: is that my point is
Trying to make it sound better.
Bregman. I mean,
You
look,
devil
Bregman's
man.
a great player, but you are drinking the punch or something.
No, I'm saying the kid is 23 years old.
It's a
and you
great player. 350, 400
Ronnie, let me
at
tell you
MVP.
something.
What is going on
I'm going to tell
with
you something right now. You look at Altuve's first year or two, you're never going to think that this guy's going to do that. I mean, he hit 276 his first year, 290? His first 2 years coming up through the minors, hitting bottle caps.
That guy's hit 20 years old or
He had
whatever.
12
Like,
RBIs and 37 RBIs his first couple years. I mean, come on, dude. Nobody's going to think that this guy's going to be an MVP, first overall pick in the Major League Baseball draft, according to you, playing second base, 5'2".
5.
Whatever. He's 5'2". Anyway, I'm done with you. Go fix your hair.
My hair's neat. I don't have a lot of it.
Your
but
hair
I
is
got
so
it.
bad,
It's
you won't even
neat.
turn sideways.
Yours is
Turn sideways.
Look at your thing.
Turn sideways.
Look, you got a rooster tail going in the front. All right, so here's the deal. Sports Shorts. If you want to come back and watch this show ever again, we appreciate it. Mondays at 9, Tuesdays at 8, right here on Pelican Broadcasting. Check out Sports Shorts Radio, or better yet, come see us if you're in the Baton Rouge area every single Monday night from 6 until 8 o'clock. Sports Shorts Radio, we do it. If you follow us on Twitter, right there, sports_shorts, underneath my name on the screen, you can follow us. We tell you where we're at each and every week. We're at Curbside Burgers on Government Street. We were there early today. That's where things went off the rail with Joel getting loaded on the Blue Moon. We're over at the Ice House Bar and Grill as well with Calandro's. A lot of great places. Relief Windows Studio. Come check us out. Are you okay?
I'm good.
All right. Wooden Haven Furniture Company. You want to tell us about it?
It's a great story. You should come check it out. By the way, White Light Night is November 17th.
17th.
It's at night.
It's in the mid-city of Baton Rouge.
It's going to be so much fun. By the way, it's our
What
fifth
is White Light Night? What
It's
does that mean?
it's an event that happens all up and down Government Street. A bunch of stores will be open up
Bands,
till 10 o'clock.
food,
Bands,
liquor,
food,
you name
and
it.
it's Wooden Haven's 5th anniversary. Very proud
Some
of that.
special sales?
Always.
Will you have liquor at your White Light Night?
Not for me.
Not for you, thank goodness. All right, we'll be back next week. Have a good one, everybody. And Tori.
If you're an avid sports fan, then you need to check out the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame, located in historic downtown Natchitoches, next to the Chateau St. Denis Hotel and the Natchitoches Convention Center. The Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame is where the rich history of Louisiana sports is told through the pictures, artifacts, and by the legends themselves in video archives. Come to the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame and Northwest Louisiana History Museum and visit a world-renowned architectural marvel. For more information and to purchase tickets to the annual Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame events, visit lasportshall.com/purchase.